So good morning students. Today we will be continuing with our next lecture of equipotential surfaces. So grade 12. So first of all, the definition of this part. What is equipotential surface? What is the definition? So potential will be equal on this surface. That means on this surface the potential will be equal. Suppose a surface is there, point A, point B and point C. They are on the same surface. They are on the sphere. So if A, B and C, they are having the same potential, if they are having the same potential, we can say that this surface is a equipotential surface. So equipotential surface is that surface which is having the same potential at each and every point on its surface. So this is the definition of equipotential surface. So this is our first concept today. We are moving on to the second concept. You can pause the video and make these notes. So second concept is you are having a charge. Suppose you are having a charge, and due to this charge the potential will be equals to 1/4 pi epsilon naught. So potential due to a source charge is equals to Q upon R at distance R. Suppose at distance A, which is at R. So the potential due to a point charge 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. So you remember this formula. This is the formula of potential due to a point. So what is suppose a test charge is there, positive test charge is there, and A point is at distance R, B point is also at distance R, and C point is also at distance R. So the potential at A, potential at B and potential at C, they will be equal because R is same for A, B and C. R is same, so potential will be same. So this surface around the test charge, it's a equipotential surface. So for a point charge, the equipotential surface is a sphere. So this is a sphere. So they can ask in CBSE, they can ask what is the equipotential surface for a point charge. So you have to give him the answer. It's a sphere. Suppose a point charge is there here. This is also equipotential surface. This is also equipotential surface. So this is also equipotential surface. So what are these? They are the concentric spheres with charge at the center. Concentric spheres with charge at the center. So equipotential for a point charge or for a test charge is the concentric spheres with charge at the center. So this is the shape of a equipotential for a test charge. So next concept is, so this is second concept. We have done with the second concept. That means what is the shape of equipotential surface for a point charge? So this is done. So we are moving on to the third concept. Suppose there is a test charge. A positive test charge is there. And these are the directions of electric field from this positive charge. They are radially outward, like this. It is like this, and same like this, and same like this. So what is this? This is the equipotential surface. Okay. So this is a point on the equipotential surface. So what is the direction of electric field at A? It is perpendicular to the surface. The direction of electric field that is perpendicular to the point at equipotential surface. Like this. So they are going to ask what is the direction of electric field to a point that is lying on the equipotential surface. Electric field is always normal to a point that is lying on the equipotential surface. Here see, like this. So they will say prove it. You have to do the two. The electric field is perpendicular to the point at the equipotential surface. How you will do the two? You will suppose the electric field is not perpendicular. You will make a supposition. It is not true. You will make a supposition. Electric field is not perpendicular to the equipotential surface. So we are taking a condition. Suppose this is the equipotential surface. Now electric field is not perpendicular. It is having this direction. So E will have two components. One along the surface of equipotential surface, and one is normal. So what is this component of electric field? E cos theta. So what is this component of E? E sin theta. So E cos theta of electric field will act along the surface of equipotential surface. So suppose this is having A point, this is having B point. So electric field is acting on A point also and on B point also. So electric field will be different at A and different at B. If electric field is not normal to the equipotential surface, that means it is having component along the surface. Due to that, at point A and at point B, because they are at different distance, so electric field at point A and at point B is different. So different electric field will act at A and B. If electric field is different, force will be different. Different force act at A and B. if force is different, we will have to do the different work done. Suppose I am having a test charge and I want to bring it from A to B, that means I have to do some work. Then, because forces are acting at A and B, electric field is present at A and B, forces are acting at A and B, and if force is acting, then work has to be done. In order to carry unit charge from A to B, if work has to be done in order to carry a unit charge, suppose we are carrying a unit charge, what we are doing? We are doing the work. And if work has been done, that means there is a potential difference between A and B. This means potential difference is there between A and B. A and B are the points lying on the same equipotential surface. They are having a potential difference. This is saying they are having a different potential. That means A and B are having a potential difference. But according to our definition, A and B are having the same potential because they are lying on the equipotential surface. But so this is a wrong statement, wrong result, as A and B are lying on equipotential surface. So A and B are having the same potential, but in this proof we are getting the A and B, they are having different potential. Because there is a potential difference between A and B, that means A is having different potential, B is having different potential. So we have got the wrong result. Why we have got the wrong result? Because we have taken a wrong supposition. Our supposition is wrong. That means electric field is not acting along the surface of a equipotential surface. That means this component is not possible. So if this is wrong, that means our supposition is wrong. So electric field can only be normal to the equipotential surface. It will not act along the surface of a equipotential surface. So electric field will have no component along surface of equipotential surface. So electric field is only normal to the, so electric field is only perpendicular to the point lying on the equipotential surface. When you are doing the proof of this concept, what you have to do, you will take a supposition. At the end of result, you will prove that supposition is wrong. Why you have got the wrong supposition? When you are getting the wrong result, then only you can say the electric field is not having component along the surface of a equipotential surface. It is having only one component, and that is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. So this is our third concept. They will ask We prove electric field is normal to the point that is lying on the equipotential surface. So you have to make this proof. This is important concept that can be asked in CBSE. So this is important. So I am going to wrap this concept. You can pause the video and write down these notes. Fourth concept. Now we are doing the fourth concept today. Suppose electric field is acting along the x-axis direction. This is x-axis direction. Suppose electric field is acting x-axis. So they will ask, draw the equipotential surface here. So what will be the shape of equipotential surface? So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So what is this? This is xy plane. So what is the shape of this? It's a rectangular plane, xy plane. So when electric field is along the x-axis, the shape of equipotential will be, they are the planes, rectangular planes normal to the electric field. So there will be planes, rectangular planes, equipotential surface will be rectangular planes normal to electric field. So the shape of this plane will be like this duster, and this job, this marker, this is an electric field. So like this. So this electric field is passing through this plane. At each point of this plane will have the same potential. That's why it is acting as an equipotential surface. So question can be asked, if the electric field is an x-axis, what will be the shape of equipotential surface? You will say the shape of equipotential surface are the planes normal to the electric field. So this is our fourth concept for today. So note down this concept. We are moving on to the fifth concept. So we are moving on to the fifth concept. Suppose we are having a dipole. There is a positive charge and there is a negative charge. So draw the equipotential surface around a positive charge, positive test charge. Draw the equipotential surface around a negative test charge. You will get like this, because this is plus q, this is minus q. This is dipole now. So at center of dipole, potential is 0. So here V plus will act and V minus will act. Same V plus, same V minus, they will cancel out each other and there will be a 0 potential at the center of a dipole. Note down this point. The potential is 0 at the center of a dipole. So draw like this. Get it a curve like this. Here. Draw like this. Like this. Like this. And draw here also like this. So this is the shape of equipotential surface around a dipole. So this is our fifth concept for today. In CBSE they are going to ask, draw the equipotential surface around a dipole. So you have to draw this. So next concept is, suppose there are similar charges placed at some distance, like this, positive and positive. So draw the equipotential surface around them, like this, like this. They are going to repel each other. Like this. And next will be like this. It will be like this. And next will be like this. So this is the equipotential surface for a dipole, and this is the equipotential surface for similar charges. So next concept is, we will be discussing the relation between electric field and potential, electric potential. So we will take some suppositions. Suppose we are having some test charge. Suppose we are having some source charge plus Q, and this is the electric field, means given by this source charge. Suppose we are having a point A here and a point B here. So you know that electric field at A will be different and electric field B will be different, because distance is different. A is near, B is far away. So this is very much clear. Suppose I have placed a test charge Q naught or Q. So first of all, take these suppositions. Take a source charge plus Q, and take a, and also a test charge Q at B. So electric field will be acting on this test charge in that direction. So what is going to happen? That means electric field will apply the force on this test charge. Electric field apply the force on test charge. It's applying force. So for test charge will try to move in this direction, but you have applied force on the test charge, and suppose it has covered a short displacement dr. Force is applied on test charge, or suppose you can say work has been done, work is done on test charge Q, and it has covered dr from B. So work will be small work, that is GW, is done on test charge Q, and it is covered a dr from B. So force is acting, force into displacement is work. Force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. The dot product of two vector quantities gives a scalar quantity. So this is a dot product. So dW. So small work done, that is done on a test charge Q, and it is covered dr from B. That means force is applied on test charge and it has covered a small distance dr in this direction. But we know what we know. We know force is equals to QE. This is the relation when electric field is acting on a test charge. Force will be F is equals to QE. Put this relation here. dW is equals to QE. E is a vector quantity dot dr. So this is the dot product of two vectors. What is the dot product of two vectors? First vector, second vector, cos theta between these two vectors. What is the theta? E is acting in this direction, dr in this direction. So there is an angle of 180 degree. E in that direction, dr in that direction. So cos 180. So what will be the value of cos 180? Minus 1. E dr is equals to dW. And here Q also and Q also. Okay. So suppose we will be calculating work done from A to B. Suppose A to B. Suppose we will be calculating the work done. So this work is for small dr distance. Suppose you want to calculate the total work done when the charge is moved from A to B. So what will be this? Work done when we are moving from B to A, that will be equals to QE dr minus 1, like this. Suppose this is small dr, okay, like this. So what you are getting? Small work done from B to A on test charge Q is equals to minus E dot dr. So this definition, this is a work done on a test charge from B to A. What will be this? Potential difference between B and A. So this is potential, small potential. Suppose A and B, suppose you recognize this as dr, full as dr. Okay. So A and B are dr distance away from each other. So work done in order to carry the test charge from B to A, B to A, B to A, here B to A. Okay, this is B to A. Charge and it is covered dr from B to A. Suppose like this. Okay. So work done in order to carry a unit charge from point B to A, that is the potential, small potential. This is the definition of a potential. Work done in order to carry a unit charge or test charge from point 1 to point another. This is small potential. E dr. So dr here multiplying mode. In that case it will go to dV upon dr minus is equals to E. So this is the important relation between potential and electric field. So electric field is equals to minus dV upon dr, like this. So what information this equation is giving to us? So what equation? That means electric field is in the direction of decreasing potential with distance. That means potential is decreasing with the distance. So electric field is having the same direction in which the potential is decreasing. Suppose Q is force charge is this now at A and at B. That means A potential is more and B potential is less. Potential is decreasing in this distance with the distance. So potential is decreasing with distance, decreasing with distance. So electric field will be in that direction. Is equal to means electric field will act in that direction in which the potential is decreasing with distance. So this is the first information. Electric field is acting in the direction in which potential is decreasing. So this is the first information that is given to us. So this is the relation. You will means what you will do, you will take 2 points and a small distance dr, and you will take a test charge from B to A. You have to do the small work done. What will be the value of work done? Force into displacement. Force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Vector quantity is force is equal to QE. Here E dot dr dot product of two vectors, that means cos theta, theta is 180 degree, E is acting in this direction, dr is acting in this direction. So minus 1 minus Q E dr minus E dr. So dr will come down, this work done to carry a test charge, that is potential, small potential upon dr is equal to E. E is equals to minus dV upon dr. This is the first information given by the relation E is equals to minus dV upon dr. So second information that is given to us, you have to note down this concept. E is equals to minus dV upon dr. So this magnitude of E, how we can say what is the magnitude of E? So magnitude of E is equals to decrease of potential with the distance. Decrease of potential with the distance. Magnitude of E is given by the decrease of potential with distance. Is given by decrease in potential per unit displacement. Decrease in potential per unit displacement. So magnitude of E that is given by the decrease in potential per unit displacement. And what is the direction of E? What is the direction of E? So E will have a direction. If this is a equipotential surface, E is normal to the surface of equipotential surface. So remember this direction of E, it is normal to the surface of equipotential surface. So this equation is giving second information about the magnitude of E. In this relation, what they will ask? They will ask, find the relation between electric field intensity and the potential. E is equals to minus dV by dr. You have to take a scenario like this. So what are the information provided by this relation? So first information you have got, and this is second information. So this is all for today. We will be continuing with our next lecture in the incoming classes. Thank you. Have a nice day.